Hey everybody, Stock Picks by Tim here, and I want to talk about my recent buys on crypto. I'm also going to go over a couple other cryptos that I'm thinking about buying. Also going to look over the TVL, or total value locked. And then we're also going to look at the charts, a couple of my thoughts there. Now first off, right now we're sitting right over a $2 trillion market cap on the overall global crypto market cap. We've got a decent day, a lot of green, nothing insane, but a decent, 3% in Bitcoin. On the 7 day, on the day, 1%. Of course, we know that Bitcoin is going to dictate the overall market, and I'm going to get more into that in a second here, but let's look over this list. So I did add a little bit of Ethereum. I am happy to buy it at this price and continue to just kind of average in. They do have the most total value locked of all cryptos, although that number is slightly decreasing over time. And I won't be surprised if over time Ethereum does only have about a 50% or even less. But one thing to consider is while they are likely going to over time lose some of that market share, I think overall the market will increase. So this won't be much of a concern. Okay, overall everything will increase. But let's keep going here. So also BNB, Binance. This is one that I don't have, but I should actually really consider buying soon. I've just been waiting for a little bit more of a pullback. I want to see some red before I consider buying this one. Also Solana. Solana's up a little bit today, up pretty decent on the week. We have a decent little turnaround here. I do have a small position in Solana, but I do want to add to my Solana. That's another one that I do want to purchase here. Also Cardano. Cardano at this price, it comes down low 120s and then pops. And it's been doing this pretty frequently the last couple days. It's been kind of just bouncing around this, 120, 130 range. So it's definitely one to watch for. Now, some that have been just running lately, we've got the meme stocks running. We've got Dogecoin up on news of Elon Musk, of Tesla selling merch and accepting Doge. That caused this to run very likely, among other possible things, but that's the main thing I see the reason for this running. And I think also Shiba's running because of Doge running. They do sometimes move in pairs, although there is sometimes a divergence where one will go up and it'll push the other one down. It seems that lately, though, the meme stocks, meme cryptos, they seem to kind of go together a little bit. And also we've got Avalanche actually down on the day. I'm going to look over a couple more and then we're going to look at the TVL. So here's one that I've been actually buying, a little bit of the CRO, crypto.com coin. I do like the long-term prospects of this. I haven't been buying it as heavy as I have VGX. VGX is just a smaller market cap. I really love the management team. I actually went into a video about the management team, a recent fiscal earnings call. And check that video out. I'll try to leave you guys a link below or a link at the end screen for that. But definitely love VGX as well as Cro. I like VGX a little bit more though. I'm a little partial to VGX. But I have been adding both. Less Cro, but I have been adding both. Also another one to look out for, keep an eye on Fantom. The TVL is just increasing like crazy. And I think there is a little bit of correlation from that to the price. When you see the TVL increasing on a lot of these, you start noticing the prices increase too. And I feel like it's kind of a little bit of a cheat book. Just keep an eye on the TVL and compare that to the cryptos. Now we've also got some of the metaverse plays down in the last couple days, slightly coming up though lately. We've got Decentraland down to 5%, just trying to come over that $3 range. We've got VeChain down over the 7 days, definitely worth keeping an eye on that one. I think this is underrated crypto as well, VeChain. We've got Axie Infinity just kind of floundering around, having a hard time. A lot of these metaverse plays, even the metaverse stocks, meta platforms, Matterport, they've all been having a really, really rough time, some for different reasons than others. But overall, the metaverse hype seems to be behind us. But I think we are going to have a second metaverse hype, metaverse run here collectively with all the metaverse cryptos and stocks. We just need that hype to build up again. Be patient. And one more to check out, Harmony. This one, the TVL has just been increasing as well as the price. That's one thing to consider. One thing to consider, that the TVL does sometimes, it isn't everything. It doesn't tell you everything. It just tells you the current total value locked in those cryptos. So that's one thing to consider. It doesn't, it has nothing to do with the just future potential of some of these cryptos, some of these projects. So the growth potential, it just tells you right now what's locked in. Okay, so that's one thing to consider. All right, now let's look at the TVL here. Now I'm on DeFi Llama. I'll give you guys a link so you can click on it yourself. It's definitely worth looking through. And sorry if you hear my daughter, she's running around. Now how you get to this screen, it took me a second to figure it out. So basically, you're gonna click on the chains, and this will give you each different crypto And then here's the different protocols. So you see that Ethereum has 402 protocols running under that Ethereum network. I do like pulling it up like this because it just gives you an idea of the overall cryptos. Now you can see that TVL on Ethereum just blows everything away. Clearly blows everything away, although when you look at this, it's been losing share. All right, see over time, more and more projects entering, taking over, locking in more total value. So it's one thing to consider, and that's why I do think over time Ethereum will get to 50% or under of that market share of that TVL. Now that doesn't mean Ethereum is going to die. That doesn't mean it's over for Ethereum in my opinion. I think Ethereum is a very, very solid crypto to own. I mean, look at the protocols. Look at all the projects on Ethereum. You'll see one reason why cryptos like Fantom, even Harmony have been rising so much, Aurora. A lot of these have been rising because you see that total value locked. You see that total value locked increasing, and more eyes are watching this, okay? And it gives you kind of an idea of what to look for in certain cryptos, So it's just an interesting tool to use, although this doesn't tell you everything, Like I said, it doesn't give you the future growth potential, the growth prospects of these cryptos. So it's just another useful tool to look at. Now that we've looked over the TVL, or total value locked, let's go check out a couple of charts here. All right, and first off, I want to look over VGX, or the Voyager token. Now, I have a lot of faith in Voyager, the app, the company. I believe in this one. They have a great management team, and if you didn't watch the video, I highly recommend you watch it, and just do your research on Voyager, the company. They've got a solid stock. You should actually look at the stock too, but we're talking about VGX, the token. I'm getting ahead of myself. Looking at the technicals, though, we are trying to hold this 250, 240 level. We keep dipping, and then we get quickly bought up. So watch for this level. For me, this is a place to accumulate. I am perfectly fine accumulating here. Even up here I was adding and then we broke, but I'm happy, more than happy to accumulate. And one zone that I like to sell at, up over 350. This is where I start slowly taking some profits. This is where I typically don't like to buy. Okay, I stop the buying and move towards more of a seller. Okay, but when it comes down here, this is when more neutral with a little bit of buying, and then here just extreme buying. I'm a buyer here. All right, looking at the technicals though, we've got the MACD showing a little bit of green coming in, we've got the curl, and we have the RSI rising. The candles are failing to stay above that 21 day, so keep an eye on it. Look for that reversal if you're short term on VGX. If you want to do a swing trade, right now is not the time for this one, I don't think. A few of the technicals are looking good, but not everything. Not everything, okay? So just be careful with VGX. If you're a long-term buyer, this is a fantastic price. You already know what you're doing. You already know what to do. I've been simply just buying, adding to my VGX, slowly but surely accumulating more. But that's basically it for Voyager real quick. Definitely love this one. Honestly, it's one of my favorites, and I think it has a huge upside over time. And next up, we have Cro, or the crypto.com coin. Now this one, same thing. I like acquiring it at this area, I'm happy, more than happy to just slowly accumulate. You definitely want to keep some cash on the side. We are still a little bit bearish. You want to keep some cash on the side. Be careful with these ones. And of course, it depends on what Bitcoin's going to do. And mainly Bitcoin dropping, showing that, showing resistance at 48, dropping, coming down to 45, dropping further, coming down to 40. Although lately Bitcoin has been trying to stay at 43. Bitcoin's going to move these a lot, and that's why these have been falling a little bit. So be careful with these. There's definitely a possibility these can fall further, especially if Bitcoin falls. Okay, these are going to follow what Bitcoin's going to do for the most part. For the most part, if there's no news, they're going to follow Bitcoin. But I will be accumulating slowly but surely at this price. More than happy to buy crypto.com for the long term. This is definitely still a bearish chart. We're not able to hold over the 21 day. We're still red on the MACD, and the RSI is falling. But keep an eye on these. It also depends on what Bitcoin's going to do. So there's multiple things at play here dictating the price. Not just the technicals, but also what Bitcoin's doing. All right, also any positive news coming in, any developments with the crypto.com brand. But keep an eye on this one. I definitely like crypto.com, the app. And check out the links below. I've got a lot of links for you, and you can get yourself some free crypto as well as some free stocks from Webull. And next up, I wanted to just show you the crazy correlation lately with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, look at that chart. You see that? How just very similar they are. They're extremely similar. All right. But it's nice to see Bitcoin starting to work towards that uptrend. Okay, keep an eye on this one. We're starting to look pretty bullish. We actually are. Okay, we're starting to trade over that 21 day. We got the green coming in the MACD, and we got the RSI pointing up. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. keep an eye on this sucker. This is going to dictate where the overall crypto market goes. You know, with some exceptions, with very few exceptions. If you're a crypto guy or girl, you definitely want to be keeping an eye on Bitcoin and seeing what it's doing. But it is nice to see a little bit of a positive momentum. You see the trend starting to go up, starting to uptrend. That's nice to see. But we'll see how it goes. And I believe that's basically it. Keep an eye on VGX, CRO. I bought some Ethereum. Keeping an eye on Bitcoin. I do like to soak up those rewards through BlockFi with Bitcoin. That's what I've been doing there. I don't really like to buy Bitcoin. I just passively acquire Bitcoin using BlockFi and crypto rewards. But yeah, keeping an eye on Solana. Keeping an eye on Fantom. I'm going to watch Harmony. I've been slowly buying Cardano here and there. Polkadot's another one. Didn't really mention in this video, but Polkadot's another one that's worth an slow accumulation, slowly but surely. And that's basically it. Thanks so much, guys. Consider hitting the like and subscribe. I put out videos every single day. And until next time, take it easy.